actually a request for Johnny Cash, Rusty Cage, per subscriber of Z-Ghost Killer. Z-Ghost Killer. And thanks for the request. More than happy to do this for you. It's in standard tuning. What is that part later too? Is like Did you guys know what other band covered Rusty Cage? They're from the 90s. Do you know? Leave your guess below, but you'll probably just Google it. But anyways, a little fun anyways for you. So let's get started. We're standard tuned in this, and what you want to do, it's a few different ways you can do the fingering in this. You could bar the second fret on the D and the G with your first finger, which is how I'm doing it. You could also use two fingers, but yeah, either way is fine. I like this way because when you bar it, you can kind of mute the underneath strings that you don't need in there. And what you're going to do is play the open E. Actually, no. When it starts, it's open A, and then go down up on the D and G, and then open E, third fret E, and do a quarter step bend, and then it starts over. So that's really the progression. Little hint, little thing that you can keep tucked in your mind somewhere is when you pick back more towards the bridge, you get more of that nasally, tinty sound. Oops. Oh, that was not good, but I just knocked over. I won't even tell you what it was. It's not good. But anyways, so we've got this. This runs through, this is kind of the pulse of the whole song here. Make sure you get the bend. It is definitely in there. It goes a bunch of times. What I like to do when you have stuff that repeats a bunch of times is listen for vocal cues, like certain parts that Johnny's singing in there, lyric-wise, that'll give you a cue of when to change. Okay, because this beat kind of, up until that halftime breakdown later on in the song, this is pretty much the kind of the beat of this whole thing. So when you hear a change, it'll be, and so you'll finish out one of them. Actually, it'll cut through in the middle from the open A, then you got the down up on the second fret D and G, and then you'll go into G major, open position chord. And what you're going to do here is 3E, 2A, open D, open G, open D, open G, 3B, and 3E. And just strum all six. It's in there quick, so depending on what level of your guitar playing you're at, you just have to land it quick. In other words, let me get this. Okay, so you'll have, and you're right back into the same thing that we started with. So the first time around, it'll be, you'll go two times through on the, or one and a half, however you want to look at it, and then back to the G. And then he's back to this intro for a bunch more times. And then it'll go back, you know, through the G again. And you'll hear a second guitar come in over this. So at that point it becomes two guitar parts, and it's just your standard A major chord, 2D, 2G, and 2B, and then you have the open A and the open high E in there. And it's like, sound out of tune, don't I? Sure am. There it is. Sorry about that. So that secondary guitar, you know, you could build it if you want to play along with the song, but this is still behind it. But you'll hear this. Man, that's bad. Hate to do this during a lesson, but it's not the first time. That's just from walking from my house to the studio in this climate. Been having some cold weather, man. It was warm and then really cold. So you can throw in that A major part if you'd like, and if you do, you play your A chord. You can use whatever finger setup you'd like, but you would hit the open A and then down, up, down, up, down, and that would just repeat. Okay, and then when it does change, I wasn't going to show this part, but I believe I've got it, so I may as well. Actually, I don't even know if that's right, so maybe I won't show you because I don't want to show it the wrong way. That's for darn sure. So, I mean, sure, I can guess it, but pretty sure that's it. You want to learn it? You'll have most of the song then, all of it. But you'll have to bear with my major tuning difficulties today. Sorry about that. And they are new strings. Yeah. So, check it out. This is a cool part. You want to go, basically it's like the same concept chord-wise, but we're moving instead of an A, we're going to be going to an E. Go 2nd fret, A and D, and you're going to pick the low E, and then you'll go down up on the A and D string together. So it's, and then go to that G note, 3rd fret on the low E, and then down up on the A and D again, back to the 3rd fret low E. That may even be wrong, but it's around the E major chord, guys. And that kind of is where the tempo actually starts to change. But we're solid up until that part. This is for Z Ghost Killer. Z Ghost Killer. So, yeah, thanks for the request. I like Johnny Cash, I really do. Really, really do. I have other Johnny Cash lessons on here as well, so be sure to search them. One thing, because this happens a lot, I don't say it in every lesson, but it could save you guys some time. Before you make a request, one thing you can do that'll, because in my YouTube, on this YouTube channel, I don't have everything organized per se, like as in rock and then funk, blues, shredding, arpeggios. It's not all set up like that yet, but you can go, if you're looking for a specific song, type it in. You know, if you go to YouTube and type in Johnny Cash, Rusty Cage, Mike Gross, if I have it, it will pull it up. Or if you're just looking for any Johnny Cash songs, you can type in Johnny Cash, Mike Gross on YouTube, and it'll pull up anything that I've done. But the tags, you know, sometimes I'll have a different artist. You know, I may have an Elvis Presley lesson, but I may put Johnny Cash in the tags. But if it's there, you will find it within the first page or two. So be sure to check that out. To contact me, Mike at rockingguitarlessons.com. If you haven't heard, the website is live now, rockingguitarlessons.com, and it's kicking. We're loving it. It's a work in progress. We're going to continually keep it going. We're working on getting a chat forum up where you guys can get live feedback on your guitar playing and all that stuff, and I get involved and jump in the chat room. So we're working on that now. If you have any questions or having issues with the navigation part of the site, or if you see something that doesn't seem to be working properly, email us at info@rockingguitarlessons.com and we'll get right on that for you. You're not going to offend us, man. We do appreciate, you know, any help. You guys may catch something that we don't, so don't hesitate. It's not going to be an issue at all. I also teach guitar and bass on Skype, and my wife Jolene, or JoJo, teaches vocals. And my Skype contact is Rockin' Guitar Lessons. Hers is Rockin' JoJo. That's ROCKIN. But rather than explain it all here, just go to rockingguitarlessons.com. You'll see a tab up top that says Skype Lessons. Click on that. It'll give you all the details, the pricings. You get a discount for paying for the month, all that good stuff. Typically what we do is set people up on I set up my students, as well as Jolene, on an hour lesson, same day, same time each week, or same day, same time every other week, first and third. We'll probably end up having time zone differences, so we work all that stuff out. If you're intimidated by Skype, don't be. It's super easy. I can even help you work through it. I was intimidated when I first started. Had to have my 11-year-old son teach me how to use it, but it's simple, man. You download Skype, and as long as you have a webcam and high-speed internet, you're good to go. And what I do is, whatever we work on during the lesson, I send it in a video if you'd like, and 99% of my students, that's what they do. That way, and you can take notes during the lesson as well, but having the audio and the video is really a big help. I highly suggest it because as time goes on, I have some Skype students who've been taking lessons for almost a couple of years now since I started. So anyways, that's it for this lesson. That's it. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'll probably go work on another one for you guys now. I appreciate you. This is my baby. I started this a couple of years ago and met some really good friends, and I'm having a blast doing it. And now YouTube and the website, we're working hand in hand together. All my YouTube lessons are automatically on rockingguitarlessons.com. So you can find all that stuff there, as well as some free stuff. You don't have to pay to be a member. Well, you have to pay to be a member, but you don't have to pay to go to the site and take advantage of the freebies and all that. Do fill out the contact information. It'll keep you in the loop of specials and things we're doing. We'll be doing guitar giveaways and effect pedal giveaways, string giveaways, all that stuff coming up in the future. So if you're on that mailing list, you're good to go. Alright, so we'll catch you guys at the next lesson. Thanks for tuning in. Mike Gross here, rockingguitarlessons.com. Keep rocking.